Good morning. October 20th, 2022. October 20, 2022. You know, na 2022, na don't so. Salon people, Cashbox, if I'm correct, maybe 245 days to elections, but we'll go check them for verify.
I think it's 243 days.
243.
Last time I checked.
Absolutely.
Yes, actually 246 days.
246. Salon people, 246 days to the next elections, June 24. 246 days. You don't know why we emphasize the 246 days? Because I come to the consumer now. 246 days. It's around the corner. It ain't at the corner, it come. Elections. Liberation Day is coming. June 24, 2023. It's a day of liberation. The Sierra Leonean people will be liberated. They become free. They get freedom back. And to God and His, they won't get freedom. June 24, 2023. That freedom would never be taken again away from Sierra Leoneans, because we don't see the loopholes, we don't see the problems, we don't see the structural issues them within with democratic institutions them within with institutions that way for protect democracy at the same time. So God and this day Sierra Leone will get people ready for inculcate, we're ready for take the habits and attitudes, we're ready for adopt the attitude them where they say yeah. Now one thing will be leaders in positions of authority. Whether they look forward to the people for save them, but they look forward for save the lives of the people. Leaders, where they look for safe institutions, them democratic institutions inside Sierra Leone, we're going to preserve the human dignity and the human rights of every citizen in Sierra Leone. That is what we get for fight for. June 24, 2023 next year is a brand new day in Sierra Leone. And it come. Elections is around the corner. 246 days from today, una get una election. Una go pick una president. Una go pick una, the members of parliament, whatever, local council. Una go pick them, but we have to really restructure, because people can begin answer this question. When you want to come into governance, what's the you plan? But Salon people, these are just some of the things we can think about. This is just some of the things they want to think about. Let we talk about the real issues that Salon like today.
Ibrahim, the next dispensation, parliament, local council, we don't get to rely on somebody in a social media for talk on their behalf.
Absolutely.
Parliament takes a role for shape any country. Not to come and go sit down, then they spoon feed somebody where they back them up into the incapacity in a way. So
Absolutely.
like parliament, the next parliament, therefore defend the people, not for go use somebody as trumpet.
Absolutely. Salon people, the biggest threat we'll face in the world, not only inside Salon, but again, it did a Salon good one right now in social media. The biggest threat with the world they face now misinformation and disinformation. When people will feel say they know little enough, they one can tell you one day when they claim say they don't go school, but they one can teach the one day we go school. Salon people they will look at brother lawyer Lansana Dumbuya. For 23 years now, this man way forward and push for a law degree, the master's way go do now in human rights. We don't see lawyer Lansana Dumbuya. Matter of fact, where they contest for the Secretary General of the APC political party, and this is somebody where even before Payansane become Secretary General of the APC as a political party, this was a man where we get a very strong following for that position. But because of the big one and talk to one of the party, he backed down. And they contest again for the Secretary General of the APC party. So lawyer Lansana Dumbuya on the Fed, not to today. Everybody when they attack the APC, if to God and this day, you can't to her. Someday they can't to herself. And they go and put his hand forward, because again, he is a lawyer for the people. He is a lawyer statesman. He work for the people of Sierra Leone. Not a lawyer when I'm money no more you want to. And we get a lot of lawyers there where they do good in Sierra Leone as well. But lawyer Lansana Dumbuya stand out particularly because we all know say Evangelist Samson not a PPP person. Evangelist Samson a APC. He gets in subsidiary group within Tagman, this and that. But na APC again, we want to make it clear. Anybody will support protest not a bad thing. Protest, yes, it can be strategic, it can be timely, but protest, not a bad thing. The inside the constitution is protected. So if somebody supports protest, because Evangelist Samson put out an audio, he supports a certain protest. Now they say that PPP person, it is a lie. You know what I mean? Say, when you support that protest, now part of that.
Ibrahim, moving forward to that start with all the show, let me make this thing very clear.
Thank you.
You see, the APC party, after the protest, the APC party pulled a statement, press release, they straight themselves from the protest and condemned the actually happened. Both parties, the killing of the police and the killing of the civilian, and then the APC as a party. But let me make this thing very clear. I'll get somebody who claim himself for the APC in the name of Sule Cabrini. Now, anyone in that APC. In fact, they don't talk in a different group. They say, let people know say the PPP, people and then at APC, we then know bottom in Sule Cabrini. What make Caribbean kind of the party no say, like if anything happen now, Sule Cabrini now the responsible because the party don't tell them say they are not PPP and they not support any act of violence. Protests, now everybody right. We will platform will always talk and say people get out for protest. Protests can be legal, it can be timely, it can be untimely. But the bottom line is people get out for protest for something they don't agree. It can be economic hardship, it can be like human rights abuse, it can be so many things. Like the protests in Iran, now but 200 female way down and sell at the protest.
Yeah.
You see, London don't see the train rail drivers and the protest. So Sule Cabrini, they talk so many things then. Where if we don't stop and now the party not time for their shoot from industry cabinet, you not saying that PPP we agree. But we APC, we are not PPP, we are APC. And we will not condemn any protests, but we tell them say we condemn any act of violence. We time for the peace hold on enjoy for over 20 years. We time for about the election who short of winning in 2023. So this man when Sule Cabrini, let them know say he is the one. We want a die for political party, the entire political party, we APC, we all get members for the party, we all involved in that in the end. We don't tell us, say, we are not PPP, we are not against them for any reason, but we are not part of them. We are a political party, we focus in how we they come and win election. So Sule Cabrini the time for that APC. By calling people, say, it will soon call the names, say, whether doing an APC, whether support people in a big concept, that's an actual statement.
And I want to know, say, communicator get audios them for back what he say so. But of course, we're not going to play them publicly. But until we get any rebuttal, then we go put the audios then they out publicly for Leona Yeri from the Sule Cabrini himself, the guy we talk about this kind of a thing. Again, like how communicator say, now for one the APC party one time will say there are people them. I don't know, communicator, this guy getting in position within the APC was substantial enough. We make a warrant
no.
for okay. So
no. Just a member, like any other post member.
Okay, so he's a member of the APC party.
Ibrahim, like I would say it publicly here. This is not somebody I can refer to like me, but you see, sometimes I can be, I can get in a relationship with you, but I get different view. There are a few times in the way they don't try for come and talk certain things. I know, like Usai, like it can be liberal and all that in the but if not then get like the PPP and the big kind of comments then about Unayon political party, it is a shame. And after this audio, I'm going to call him because for me, I like to call things out. But then, yeah, you see, I want to be mindful of what I say. But Ibrahim, honestly, sometimes, the problem we get now in country, like what the comrade can say, now Madabio and this government, now it makes certain people become like, because, if Madabio so destroy people in life, they want anybody with a custom for them. Because the people, they're not used to certain things, Ibrahim. Right. When we can talk for this talk, say, salon people are not exposed. Salon people are not box them up so much so that anything they go, anything, 2 for penny,
for 60
anything
years.
they buy them. Yeah. Because, like, they don't just understand waiting at their worth. Anything they buy them. Hey, mommy cost no they change that country. The mommy cost they don't promise people them. If not for that, man be for kill people and they beg them. Man be for the jail people and man be for the sack people and how we want them. Man be for the capture the states them just like this. If not be my because there is a huge vacuum that country. Huge vacuum that country. This is the reason why we get this kind of society where they build up slowly.
Kashi comrade people's power, salon people like Chris man, but they know I'm born one. But anyway, now you see,
absolutely.
You see,
I like that.
No, it's a fact. It's a fact.
Africanists say something, Ibrahim. So what you say so? They let us see Chris man, but they know I'm born them. Africanists say something a few weeks ago. If now any of the MPs there, any of them people out there rely on them. If they're picking them cost man because the beats within the gear.
No, yeah, you're right. This is one and. I go some places these 2 days we try for arrange wherever go happen and for make me do a memorial service for the late hero Evangelist Samson and I go now one house we I no go mention na Yasu. Just like what Ibrahim they talk say, you know, a lot of people they want for laugh Christmas, they want for see Christmas, but they don't want to get Christmas at the family. You know, I go now this house, you know, the lady picking them, he gets a sister picking, he gets a young picking. So a young picking Kale a cousin in complaint say, he say, mommy, you see this wire it cost me. It cost me. So now say you now the cost, then this person where they beat that a young picking they enough for cost. Now somebody way, of course, communicate I go know am, you know, now person way they support people the way they cost mommy cost now the media. And they support, he say now mommy cost now go change this country. But when they picking in complaint, yes, when they can't let your picking in complaint, say, hey, it cost me, mama, it cost me, it cost me. They say, you know the cost, you know the cost. Check the picking inside womb. I was there. It beats the picking for let the picking for cost. Then this same individual person, that in the tell we say, he say, na mami cost, na him mother be afraid. Na mami cost, na him JJ Safari, chief minister there. Na mami cost na in the afraid. So if na mami cost then the afraid, then people are when a politician then na mami cost
fear for don't go for
allow you begin for make himself continue with that mami cost day so that himself will become professional.
Yes.
Yeah, but so you know, Ibrahim, all of these things where they happen now with society. Don't they now this country none of that is it. Now look, Ibrahim communicate and catch book. You know say the auditor generals in reports for don't come out, you don't long overdue up to this time, you don't come out with all the money cost they would not cost.
People's power on that note, like the constitution give them up to the end of December for pull the audit report. And this is something we've been saying. But anyway, let me not deviate. But I love that point when you talk, say, like the Pekin, the beat them. Ibrahim, genuinely, like what you talk so, they like for see Christmas. And please come inside back and talk about that.
Absolutely.
They like for see Christmas for one. Why people are not going to begin to groom them Pekin and now for customer? Because so at least we go get better salon.
Exactly. We go get a society where people not sit up, they thief their money, take advantage of them, kill them, go no more go customer because they get satisfaction. Not take no action. Right.
Ibrahim Cashbox.
Yes, sir.
Now we couldn't encourage bad governance as a law anymore. The bad governance are the root cause of all bad things that happen in our country. When an Eskroma been come, we been do bad governance, they been minimal because nobody will be perfect. Trust me, we'll not see the kind of rudeness there. So when I make all faith as a nation, we don't encourage bad governance because we want to picking them. For let not inherit to with the battle we don't inherit. This part of the world, Ibrahim Cashbox, you know, yeah, the F word, they say the kids as F word, no problem. I agree. I appreciate that. Let me come and tell you. I tell all my thank you. You will clap, you will cause all my thank you. All my way doing good. I do. I tell everybody thank you. But they need to let for them do what they prison. I made that public audio. I tell everybody thank you. I don't say now, not one person, a collective work, plus the lawyers, plus the party, plus who have been there, demonstrators, everybody have been telling them thank you. But we cannot live in bad things. Will they change? Will they change? If the bad governance don't cause for certain state, they can now get a society, when a health society, business society, they educate people like Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
Would they pray a lot of get bad because if bad governance continue, would they continue to talk about them bad things? You see, so they pray a lot of get bad governance. That make the possible they can't take up the matter view. You get a very big work, Ibrahim. Let's go to a topic because we can even debate them.
All right. So you know, salon people, like I will say again, salon people, some salon posts in them. They like for see Christmas, they want for laugh Christmas, but they don't want for born Christmas. You see, we don't know over the past few days, we see we brother the African Express, don't tell me back say Parliament one pass, two other bad law there. And we watch and monitor that very closely at this particular point in time. But we go come to the Andy. By God in power, tomorrow or Saturday, we will bring African Express. Let us discuss. You don't take small. We will come discuss, the issues there. But when I see, there was a video where we come out 2 weeks ago from the Miltimagai College, where the lecturer, the chancellor of Miltimagai, be put out the names of 6 lecturers them, where he said they go lock them up because they harass them picking and sexually and even get intercourse with them picking, they get sexual relations with them picking, they follow them as woman them. And they even take video recording of their woman they are, them picking the out and they say, you know, if you not sleep with me, I didn't give you better grade. Sex for grades. If I not sleep with you as woman, if I not pull doors by you as woman, and then they make you like you get fine score where you go sit your exam. And they fail you. I want to understand and make they talk and break and down. Everybody. So the lecturer there, the chancellor be going to AYV, he do an interview where he talks, they lock them up. This kind of nonsense thing this in this country, they don't go condone them. They don't go allow them man and they sexually harass women them. When I know so country like the prostitution is the biggest thing in the country now. Then small girl picking them all man up and down now because poverty they make people do anything. Poor in a country. Where mommy cost no go fix dandy. Poverty. This lecturer, so this chancellor, then drive the lecturer. Now they don't go ahead and don't reinstate. They don't put the lecturer back. Because what you do, we get corrupt institutions them. You see, the institution they wait for protect the democracy, wait for protect the human rights of our people. Where all the human organization and they like today, where they go sit down and they watch. You call yourself 50-50, whatever you call yourself, women's organization across Sierra Leone, una sit down, civil society organizations them, una they fight for campaign for good governance, una all the civil society, Carl, Ilraj, Chadi. Una all now, una sidom, Abdul Fatoma, Andrew Lavali, Ibrahim Tomi, Masala Samba them. Una all sidom, them when they harass sexually. Some don't sleep with the lecturer there. Una they take the same lecturer back, go put her in front of the woman there in our country. Una sidom, una they allow them go reinstate them people there. But now, before we even open the conversation, play the video now una hear for yourself. And then we open up this conversation. These are some of the things we want to talk about. And again, we want to say many thanks to Lawyer Lansana. He fought the good fight and we continue for fight the fight until they pull them body there. If we go for exhume them body there back and engrave them, we pull them body there, we identify them all. Now, what's to tell some of them not even get dental record. I go back for go even track and say this person in this. But anyways, let's play this video. Let's take her from there. We'll listen.
An interview with AYV, the Vice Chancellor and Principal of the Miltimaga Technical University, MMTU, Dr. Philip John Kanu, confirmed that the 6 senior lecturers, including departmental heads, admitted to their unprofessional conduct and stressed that there is no place for such lecturers at the MMTU. He assured parents of both male and female students of their children's protection at the university.
So ask them out because that is professional misconduct to the highest order. And for other lecturers who are condoning their colleagues not to come to class to teach, we also struck them off because you are allowing government to pay people who are not coming to work. Some, they've left this campus for the past 9 to 1 year. It was only when the auditors came that matter was picked up. But those lecturers who decided to go around my students, and interestingly, the students were very bold enough to come up and testify that these lecturers are harassing us. And they are not just only harassing them, they also record them, they video them. When they are in the bed with them, they record everything that transpired in that room. That is wickedness to the highest order, which we will not entertain. So, for those lecturers who behave unprofessionally, we decide to treat them as common criminals because they know that tampering with students, female students in this institution, when that information reaches this desk, it will not go unattended. But the lecturers confirmed that yes, they did. And you know how they explain it? Now Satan pushed them. So Satan can push you to even remove your trousers. Satan can push you to also take a video of all of the parts of the lady. Satan can push you to keep that one, and you think you can make it as a souvenir. You are using it to blackmail people. No, it will not happen in Miltimaga.
The Vice Chancellor and Principal said, since the Miltimaga Technical University gained its current status, the administration has been poised to tackle every aspect of quality assurance. For AYV Primetime News, I am Albert John Shank reporting.
Awesome. We are hearing from this professor in SEF, the Chancellor of Milton Magai. But after all of this, now any society, how you go think of reinstating the people there again? Now I don't reinstate them guys there, and I can't call the names them of the 6 lecturer they we reinstate back. After then guy I go, they sleep with them picking there, they record them picking there. You know, then go back now, you go put same people there in front of them picking there. Who's kind of psychological trauma this bo? Salon, is this the country we want? Now the kind of country this we want? Then people there for in jail, they for prosecute them. Woman organization them in Sierra Leone, well now the Allah say the fight for woman right. This is the one time now when they can test to the back for see. How many women them go grab now for team up? How many organizations they want to protect women them? Una mama them, papa them, parents them. How much of now go stand up? We go say, hey, we don't check this. We don't tolerate this in our society. Now this is the reason that when we protest very effective. Not to rudeness, so not to go broke pussy, also go say they go kill pussy. No. Mama, papa, they now get picking when they attending university and that college they make my guy. Across the country. Now we go team up now, we take placard, we say, bo, we not go grief for picking them, we girl picking them, we go for protect them. Then lecturer them, we not for allow them again. Look at the lecturers them. Lecturer Mr. Vandi Gamanga. Now one, so now read that now. These are the names of the 6 lecturers at Msg Technical University alleged of sexual harassment. Well, it's not even allegation because they confess to the crimes. The chancellor don't talk and say they confess to the crimes. Vandi Gamanga, when an acting dean of faculty, business and management studies, acting dean is the second topmost person within the department of business studies. They pick here for past 2, then grade them for past 2. Girl picking them, then at the college now, they get for worry for the future. Because anybody who don't commit a certain crime, they couldn't get the other day cash box will do on the way they talk about pedophile. How you go get by the way, you know, saying a pedophile has been charged and convicted of being a pedophilia. Somebody where they will not be even explain about the cash box break and no, but I don't want to interrupt her. When a smart picking a person where they go tamper with picking there. When at that age, a lot of them picking they don't pass 18, 19. So they're not pedophiles. Pedophiles are not going to go underage picking. So tell 16 can long now, 15 can long all the way. They go sleep with a guy picking in a pedophile, a person anyway in a pedophilia. In America, they make sure they put a tag on you. Who say you there any community where you go live, then they make that community. They all man they know say this person there a pedophile, now watch him. Even if they don't free him after in jail sentence for the rest of the life, that tag they pay you. That person will not tamper with them picking in there. How them man they here? We don't go humbug them picking there. Don't go sleep with them picking there. They go say Ibrahim, some of them girl picking, I don't mean them back they all so and they don't want to study, they don't want to do anything, then they go sleep with the lecturer them. Not so that they know what they talk about. And they talk about the good picking, they want to go school and go learn. All they want is education and they need. I did a video on this whole thing here. So the other day, all for those who see them now, this guy don't retract the statement. They don't go reinstate them because of this SLTU, Sierra Leone Teachers Union. Salon people them, una stand up. Human rights organizations them. Una stand up. Civil society organizations, una stand up. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. You know, communicator, go ahead and come on in.
Ibrahim, very quickly before come inside.
Yeah, check up.
It's not just for the SLTU. Was this not the very university we go form like SLPP lecturers union or teachers union?
I think Anjala.
No, not to one. No, not to one. No, principal, not to one university. Now the entire University of Sierra Leone, SLPP lecturers them, not to one. So Msg, Jala, IPAM, FBC. Then all the inside SLP lecturers union, not to one. In fact, the chairman of that lecturers union, the IPAM chancellor, the chairman Casbox. You see the danger behind politicizing certain institutions, not the CISO. You know, to we talk up. The vice chancellor tell me say how somebody go use in office for go take picking them, go in a hotel, not to for just sleep with them, video them. They only hold them video them they for threat the picking them for grade. That tells you the picking them, Ibrahim, if they sleep for grade, then they can't prosecute them. Then they sleep for the grade. But they don't get choice. And so that means Ibrahim, girl picking not even need for go na college for go study. Just go no more. Any time we the lecturer need you go sleep with you, we don't give you high grade because like you don't need for go be right again. Then how immoral, how heartless this government go there from state house, then send people state house people them go na MFTC. Not just reinstate them, sack the one when should blow, reinstate them and they with the same appointment now and they can do interview for the other set of picking they can college. What you happen first now two things Ibrahim. Then picking where they go prosecute this thing, where they go show them, then go expose them to the campus, and so the lecturers do. Then the education they do in jeopardy.
Yeah.
One, the teachers they get for revenge on them. Even if they pass now, then they fail them because they know they get protection from government. Two, they picking them naturally the morale they loan at the campus, they're not go able for attend, no matter how they sound, they tell on them because seeing the teachers they give them a trauma. See them and they go sleep to it, they don't only complain, they don't take action, they don't come back for can lecture. So they you know, sometimes they the morals. What's in the morals? Where the teacher pick here? You lecturer, they go sleep with picking because you are for the picking grade. So then they selectively look at them picking, the beautiful picking, they bright, then they go pinpoint them. So if you don't agree, even if you get sense pass Jesus Christ self now. He gets sense pass Prophet Muhammad, you the feel.
Comrade.
We don't see.
Comrade. Yeah. Sorry, not forget your thoughts. I don't read all the names. Then I think I call them all. Like call them, let people and you read the names them because we cannot hide these things. And matter of fact, the reason we make this the peace way off, the whistleblower, that is the person we call the attention of this thing. We call out, we complain about this here. When a Mamadou Saraba, when a the whistleblower in the Northern State. They bring all they in and sack them. They not bring them back in job. They sack them. The whistleblower. Now make they call all the way the name they now. Again, the first person.
They sack them. They say because he Kongosa.
Yes. They sack and say Kongosa. So all the 6 names they like call the lecturer they were rape picking in at the college because now rape where you rape. You know. These guys are rapists. Now they're going to put back inside college. Now read the name.
I can't show them different type of rape. I can't tell them different type of rape.
Thank you.
Alone, we didn't our law.
Thank you.
Call them themselves.
Thank you. Mr. Victor Vandi, Mr. Vandi Gamanga, Acting Dean of Faculty, Business and Management Studies. Mr. Ali Kagbo, Acting HOD, Accounting and Finance. What is that the top guy there where they control the department, man? Mr. Robert Benson Momo, Acting HOD, Business Studies. Mr. Mustafa Kane, Lecturer. Mr. Anthony, they're not putting last name there, lecturer. Mr. Alpha Bilal Sise, lecturer. I hope so not only Bilal this way me even sabi this way I go milk to my guy. I hope so not only. But you know,
no, na the Bilal we sabi na my guy na in dandi.
But you know, comrade, like I was saying, the reason we make this the peace way off. The guy where whistle blow, we call out this whole thing here so. But the guy they not get job back. They say that Congo supposed. Some people outside no sense.
They never don't promote them to HOD.
Exactly.
Faculty.
Exactly. The serious country.
Ibrahim, let me tell people first how many type of free program at Salon. Let me tell you, Ibrahim, all dangerous. We get the first one, we nine all man the person, but they rape by force. We in the force the woman in all village, they go force and in the danger all man the person. Ibrahim, we get raped by trick. We get raped by trick. Like them how we be say, then they go, maybe buy drink for somebody or food. They put something inside, you know, you get something they get chilling. We know to revealing. Maybe later go conscious. Now rape. Then we get raped by fraud. Fraud. Then they look at it so. Where they go to tell say, go come, buddy, and they make you pass. Can't make so. You know, then see the way they will fraud customer for like you himself. All them here, Ibrahim na rape the police know because what they make do now for all this. Made a post we will do arrange so many drama for the police. When they form the police partnership board and when they can launch the FSU, the family support unit. So I've been fighting for dinner. Somebody asked consult them for the police force. For the police force at different areas of the world to consult on the rape problem, how problem on the rape on they go, you know, the fraud problem, you know, different types of the 3 types of people alone in the charge problem for rape by fraud, rape by force, and rape by trick. So then teachers say, what can do so now? The biggest form of rape, they can even fraud them, they can get them, they're not get the passing match. Because the whole say, well, tomorrow I come meet me, or so before I come meet me. Then they fraud them, Ibrahim. So for them, we get a lecturers, they go sleep with picking them, video them, not to just sleep with them, video them, hold the video them to ransom, that they don't again, they go post them at social media, lecturers about the talk Ibrahim, pull the lecture, pull for can be people in our society. Where the same people for canton leaders tomorrow, and then our future leaders tomorrow. We'll get presidents among them, we'll get ministers among them. Imagine this speaking don't go sell itself to that lecturer. Tomorrow you can't talk president, then that lecturer see, or tomorrow you can't talk minister, then that lecturer see. You see what Ibrahim is unimaginable. So if they can lock Kamarimba for just an allegation, they're not able to justify until today say it's just that Peking. Kamarimba not to say that the reporter will Kamarimba that the Peking reporting is the anti-season close. There's other by Udai Kim or Kamarimba by for and then here. They say that rape. Now good in that they say that rape. Now Kamarimba in that jail for so then they deny bail. What team made the lecturers and now where they don't lock them up? They're not able. If this first lady be not say in the hands of our girls, you don't talk all kinds of things. They don't want to come there and say any man they catch and they caught the man in private. Now you will see the court man in private because of rape. Now your office, you know, people try to care and go. That's what it say. Now you don't get clear people for court them. The first one for court the private the lecturers them. Now your office, you said you did your man and they come out now the state house, go to Mutukare and state of Tukare. See let them state teachers there. Yeah.
Comrade, you know we expect for you know these now lecturers then we get membership card, then get 2 membership card. These lecturers then get 2 membership card. The first membership card will then get their own membership card for the SLPP party. The second membership card will then get their own membership card for the SLPP Lecturers Association. They own them card, then they you think say with all the membership card, then they will then get the SLPP go sit down, then sack them people and they win and they get for campaign for them for 2023 elections.
You know what's the problem, people, and that's what I wanted. No part that all of the people are not belong to political party. You know what the problem is alone because people are not in the party rather than the country first. People's power is not bad for like SFP, teacher turn and SFP member. It's not bad, but it's not for take away your professionalism. No let you bad now when they go from electorals, you know, inside campus. So meaning every student that I went to SFP, they feel the jeopardy. You know, when they see the level, but we not care the union owner run for. What we care about why them I don't do this thing, they don't confess according to the vice chancellor in statement that AYP said the man they don't confess and don't accept to their faults. That means they go look at themselves. One of the first why they build the force, why they build the force and not charge them support. If they want really fit for
comrade, when I watch the name them, comrade, watch the name them. Watch the name them.
Yes.
This goes to section 13. Watch the name them, comrade. Which day? I think so.
We get for we which make I think what they come to man. What's made not the building, then building and not that they got one. They're all not just SLPP, now Southeastern as meant to be specific. What's make they call out this year? Because no like APC win tomorrow, Timiman go do bad as that, Timiman let the mama or Maniguman or Krakoman or local. If he would begin take this country by tribe, will not call on this tribalism, Ibrahim. I don't talk Tantaman against it. The only way they affect racism in this country, they point them out. When somebody that say you are racist, you are this, I mean they affect them out. When the only affect tribalism as alone, who point tribalism out, who call things that are name. This name, we don't can as alone. If you not get that name, wait for me then. That today, when I believe,
exactly. Look at the names there. Tribalism.
I'm gonna go turn library by force again for happiness alone. You not too different. Some of we get for God don't do for talk. We for talk. But they talk with a reference when I say 4 years ago, we turn as local can't this year. 5 years ago, we turn as local. Go for the town and say we not talk this talk as soon as January for this year. Only when this year, we move brothers from the southeast. January in a sincere manner. Say now on another 50 or 100, one can go all back. Before I can go and only do 2. Ibrahim, if now you picking. Them go rip so for grade. I pick them go for so for grade. How you for be feel? How you for be feel? How we go get a society where lecturers them then they go blatantly abuse their
cyber bullying, the cyber crime or cyber system or wherever they call and way President Bill don't bring calm for ensure say for silence people and that cyber crime coming because they also put them on video from Equator Ibrahim and Cash.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the evidence and one lady chancellor, vice chancellor, no say you don't talk to the public medium. See, you get the witness, you get the evidence. You don't want to display the public because of the picking their own privacy. And one lady no say that witness we don't talk to keep up because if this government aid and a bit from the minister, look David Sengere, look Alpha Ori. Remember Alpha Ori Pekin, he just graduated sometimes 3 years ago, 4 years ago as a doctor. Able. Alpha Ori, you graduated for like Pekin, you don't for lecture for
no,
grade.
In Pekin was protected. In Pekin was protected all through years or his years.
No,
they protect her.
Then they feel that accept Papa minister.
Exactly.
Then they accept Papa minister.
Then they go. They touch us. Then they go near that side themselves.
The vulnerable Pekin them.
They pop picking them.
You want to sell like Abacha Street. You want to sell like Road Street. You want to say want to fry cake. When you go take Osusu, when you go take microcredit, for example, the poor teacher, the poor police, the poor soldier man, the poor nurse. When they work, when they pass and go trust, then go take microcredit for the beginners college fee, and they want to go to also because they not get blessed the government. Yeah, if you don't be saying now one big man, one minister picking them, they go Papa God, don't make them mad. God no go send a prime minister picking them. Yeah, if you don't be saying now one member. You know, Ibrahim, this thing not in a PYP, this thing not issue in Parliament.
comrade,
for Salule, the Prime Minister, the members of Parliament, the picking them so that they will know they feel the pains of the poor people. Them.
Absolutely.
Because until them begin feel the pain of the poor people, Abraham, in time like what do you want to become a Salule?
Wait.
What do you want to them put on the party? They say they can get till. What do you want to reach on? They say let the war end.
People's power.
They say let the war end. Cannot reach on.
People's power. Comrade, Gashi.
Yeah.
Then guys, we talk about members of parliament. Can they like get girl picking? God don't make it, don't pull on that side like it today. A big, you don't mature, you don't grow, a big woman now. Cherry Coco, I believe say get picking. I don't want to see Cherry Coco in family. I don't know if you get family safe. But I believe say get picking them. So they get girl picking for that matter as well. These guys in parliament, every member of parliament, nobody no go grab that the word of parliament. Can they now you one grab for go take fake degree case? This they talk about university. Matter of fact, the day when they go bury them people, them Samson them and all the other victims them. You don't see kind of they do that day. They go meet with David Shenge. Then they talk about education in the country. That day when they bury people there unlawfully, illegally, against the wish of the family members. The government they go bury them people, they wouldn't kill, they assassinate them. Kind of with David Shenge at the first time they go meeting and they talk about education at Cambia. I want people to pay attention to these little things. Then timeline. Then look back and look Honorable Abdul AKK, not Honorable Abdul Kagbo, AKK in timeline. When AKK be the posting picture from where they found poverty, they give you a background. That particular attended that day, as a member of parliament, when they bury people them. When me when I miss when I no more there, the social media, I put what I put. I was conscious of what I put on my page. Because I want to go with the trend of times in the country. What's in the happen at the material time? Let it reflect what's in the happen at all my page them. My YouTube page, me Facebook, my Twitter account, all of that. At the time I'm following match with what's in the actually happen at the country. When a very solemn occasion. All of these guys, nobody in the parliament go stand up.
Ibrahim, I don't see that they vex enable screenshots the way AKK post, then the bad in comrade, somebody be the defender yesterday in the post in your pastor that's in there. You make I see Ibrahim, I order only though. Okay, so because this TI don't hurt me. Because me that day, it's separable, it's the way and manner, how they treat to pamble them, who they see the video. Me, I don't know how I feel up to this time when they talk so. You make I don't tell people, you make I one of the most deceived ways I don't know ever get in the history of Salon. Now the biggest fraud na Salon people the fraud people intelligence. Ibrahim, Salon politicians the fraud with intelligence, the PC with stupid level. Imagine this now two members of parliament from two opposition party. A whole possibly one room Salon.
Comrade, I tell you, those are the things. You know, my inquisitive mind, that is how I operate. I just think, I say, what are some of these guys doing? I wish I could get it them for investigate them, each and one.
You see this now, you heard on that long ago, people picking there, and then go through it so like a dog down the street. The video, when they post the video, they're supposed to see they not respect the borders. They go through it like dogs say they throw so you go see the one where they kill the people them, where they order for them kill people picking there. You see when I go to education now, those video done over 2 weeks ago, over 3 weeks ago. You be the church that they take degree case. Now, not church a case of speaking them when they rape that school, they go for. And if I never tell something, I talk. I want to way glad away and the patrol said the talk. I want to say the army they do. Then they sexually harass them, picking them for mission, for promotion. I talk and the patrol said we find it. Isn't that true? Not so serious thing that you kill the face. Not so serious that parliament face. Now we don't forget about the institution that if I block. They will picking as they picking them. They're facing that they're better. They're facing that they get blessed. Ibrahim, this thing when Nasalo, this will go brutally end this rudeness and this insincerity. They don't have the bad food and they're going to talk rubbish. Now we don't get to stop it
Comrade, reset. You they talk critical thing they would miss all.
Okay. Now bring they get you now.
Okay.
Yeah, better.
You know better.
I say, what they say? Them politicians, they want to let the halakile like I did to let them kill better than one.
Yeah.
Two, you cannot. Them they talk like a fake degree. Now they talk about raping of Pekin them. To them, not to kiss at all Ibrahim, not to serious thing. If them sincere Ibrahim, God make that Pekin them not rape so. For us, how they for not act. Then three Ibrahim and the time for talk say corruption. Africanist person do all kinds of corruption. They own corruption not to no go area in parliament. They own because they're not the talk about them because they say one can't thief. They one can't thief passport abuse because Ibrahim cash box. If you know to tip man, if you big tip man, the filler. Because they say one can't thief, make parliament not safe to keep quiet corruption. And then they talk themselves. They say their opinion. Not to remember how corruption is their opinion. So because they don't kill corruption, they don't legitimize corruption, they never legitimize rape in college back in Bambis, and legitimizing rape in college, they don't legitimize already by restricting this teacher, they will they're not try them. Ibrahim belong the teacher, they refuse them, they can't refuse somebody back in. Ibrahim, whose lecturer will even look at the case at college? They don't legitimize rape and don't allow the people out for go approach and say, I mean, go follow me for that pass. So the people then they go to college for go land, for go do, then they follow them pass Ibrahim.
How the education system?
How will get a parliament? Where they would legitimize rape in the university, rape in the school. Again, for not to let's go to school, Ibrahim.
You know, comrade, let's bring in.
For stand up in a sincere manner.
Yeah, comrade, let's bring in Kashi. Let's bring in people's power, actually. Yeah. Kashi, let's bring in people's power. I'm sure he gets a lot of issues there for hits on this particular thing. People's power, you don't have country. People's power, you don't say salon, you got family members, you get girl pick when they go college. Tell me, is the environment safe again? Is learning safe for we girl picking them with this kind of thing, people's power?
No, I think, say, Ibrahim, the relevant authorities, them, they sit down for ensure, for protect girl picking them in this country. The relevant authorities, they wait for ensure, then for protect women, them, now this country, now they don't keep them mouths them quiet. They don't keep them shut. They need to talk anything. You know, certain people and they above the laws. Certain people and they know they above the laws. You get people and they will learn off or bet them. Any crime we then commit, not to crime. Then just they do them for their own pleasure or wherever they want to do about it. We will get picking them where they in a university. Especially when a girl picking them we get where they university. You know, where would they all the things there the crime where would they feel? But we get somebody where they solicit fund overseas. Even Nayasu self, locally Nayasu, it is solicit fund to different companies. We na Anatoma, we na the first lady. He say it fights for girl picking them. It fights for woman them. The one we call himself saying at the president time and again it talk and I speech them. Say it fights for girl picking them. All of them things today, Ibrahim, you would imagine say Anatoma go defend one medical officer na Kenema. We go sexually harass, we go rape pikin na Toma na go defend them. He go na Kenema, he go defend them because now one of them. Anybody when a SLPP person we connected to the pauper, where he commits any sexual offenses, honestly, it a good court. But one thing where I want to tell these lecturers, let them, then I should say, then go listen to this audio. If they not listen to this audio, say family members them go listen to this audio, then friends them, you know, then colleague workers, then go listen to this audio and tell them, say, this case need a rotting. This case, as far as I concern, as far as me concern, and we waiting at this platform, as far as we concern, we as a nation, we know say that case dey no go rotting. We know say when the time and the hour come, the picking them will go through that madness day. Them picking and then go one day get justice. Ibrahim, you know what thing that they don't do to the picking at that campus day. You know what thing that they don't do to the picking them future. How them picking and they go able for graduate at that university day. How they going for graduate at that university? No way. We they call upon other organizations them. The international organizations them. Let them help them picking here for scholarship. Let them go overseas. Let them go study. But believe you me, Ibrahim Congregator and Cashbox, if them picking a day, they say, now this country no more than they study, they not go ever come out university. They not go ever graduate at university. Because the stigma they in the data one. Then secondly, then lecturers they all then they conspire to themselves to do the kind of thing they are. Whose college day, which university day, where them pick here go, where them go succeed. The same lecturers then they could tell a company, they say, hey, them picking them don't go to social college, now so them be do, now so, and all of the universities there, so you get SLPP lecturers, then the SLPP lecturers association, then they are all the universities they are. So we they call on the international organizations then, where the humanitarian organizations them, where especially the one the way they look after women and girl picking them. Let them give scholarship, Ibrahim, let them advocate, let them give scholarship to them picking there, let them go overseas, let them go study. But them picking are not wait for study now. Them pikin are not going for study na Ibrahim. Even that university they say for them they so where the Multimagai College of Education. That side where they so Ibrahim. Believe you me, them picking they're not going for studying at that university. They're not going for pass exams at that university. As long as their lecturers and they then continue for day and that Ibrahim. I don't know how clever, how brilliant they're picking and they. They're not going for pass exams on the other side and they. We all get picking in our university. We worried for we all picking in our university, especially we all picking in the still university underage. 17 years, they're underage, they're still in university. We think of all that kind of stuff in the day. At that kind of age in the day, you go attack them picking in the day. For that kind of thing in the day, they think about in future. Abraham, you don't cause a whole damage that the picking in future. But the same president will say it protect girl picking them. Now in office, now then the message come out say, let them release the people them. Because mother be one for protect all the bad people them where they ever for do bad in this country. They want for protect them. Who said the woman organization they are? We understand say as my James gets woman organization where they go to schools them, they go to universities them, they go tell woman they say let them not allow let man tamper them, let them not allow sex for grades. All of them things that they who say as my James today they don't get a position instead for let you know advocate. Let you not talk.
No, people's power.
Let's go see this now. One popo teacher. Popo teacher. Go there in our village. They go mistakenly go harass any pikin.
People's power.
That actually they go come. They put that teacher in our social media.
Right.
They put on our social media. They put on our AYB. Then they publish all sign out on the wall. Say, hey, we don't take one teacher because not to the interest. This now when they don't interest. Look how the thing they happen. Look what they do to the teacher. They Brian come with quit and cat box.
Ibrahim.
Yes, sir.
Put and cuff for them.
People's power. Ibrahim, no, what I want to say, them man they wouldn't go school for. They say they take the time for them picking them. Wouldn't go and go put them at 43.
Exactly.
They take picking them. Would that commit crime?
Would that commit crime? Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Ibrahim. That didn't take money. Not helpful. That didn't rape. Would that commit crime, Ibrahim? Yeah, that's most lament on that point.
They say yes, indeed. The video.
Comrade, let people spare land.
Allegedly, they allege say that teacher they involved by examination malpractice. They don't find them guilty. They don't find them wanted. Now just an allegation, they go put in a court. When they were now evidence day, everything they against them. There is a video where they show say yes indeed they go harass and sexually harass them for grade. Evidence are there. They take them, they left them, they release them. Now today, the same teacher don't go to that community back, they don't go to that classroom still. Ibrahim. Which kind of society will they run? How we want for going? How we want for carry this country go? Ibrahim. Mother be no all let's how they happen to Mother be but then lecturer the day we know our names, we sabi our address, we know everything about you now. When the time and the hour get for come Asaki always the say. Asaki always they tell us say when the time and the hour come, we go pay the bad price, Ibrahim.
Absolutely. You know, people saw you mentioned and Kashigadi, I can bring you in. You mentioned Asma James. You see, Asma James, what do you do? Of course, it be in a radio station and TV station 98.1, the clandestine 98.1. During the days of the APC, you know, they plan football activities or you know, they go and organize football like McKinney and this and that, all that stuff. Then they. But we see now what he do because in our for the radio station they call out the SLPP, the wrongs of the SLPP. And they use people like Lisa Chesney, them when the UK representative in Sierra Leone, the commissioner for UK, for United Kingdom, England, now Sierra Leone, Lisa Chesney, them. They make like for say they go to them prison, they go visit the woman in a jail. Yes, it dinner there, they organize football like McKinney. You see, matter of fact, like they throw a challenge at former President Nkrumah in the guise of like McKinney now with the control now. So what he do? Go organize football day, woman Premier League, you know, all those things. Because what he do, it is time for pull herself away from the actual issues of society. You see, Comrade Kashi, you can come in here. At just one point that side, you know, let people understand exactly where we're going. Me, if I get the power, people's power and Kashi and Comrade Culture, maybe I might be wrong. But entertainment, you know, shows that country, they, in as much as we need them for get peace of mind. But to God in this day, people them will get for begin revisit those entertainment shows. You know, it's too nonsense and crazy for let people in there for take them for teach them civic responsibilities and education. We didn't have entertainment, this show, that, you know. But anyways, that's a conversation for another day. But as my James, I just want to let you know, say we see intact, we see how you go, we see the direction where it take. It stay away for get involved like this thing like this. Let's rape. You not go ever talk about time. This rape PK at college. We not go ever area as my James go to 98.1 now for call the lecturer them. If this not be APC, as my James stay behind this case right now. Everyone. If for day they look for ministers them for can on 98.1 for can talk. If for talk no, all over the place, therefore they all over the place. All the radio stations, TV stations them. Therefore take this up. Not to just report on them all. Let us now come with the panelists and we can discuss them in there. Yes, sir.
Ibrahim, I want to take you back and when Mahmoud Tawali, we now the Deputy Minister of Education to the then at the Anes Kuma in government. When there is an allegation, we one lady say Mahmoud Tawali go sexually harass Cashbox communicator. And I can remember, of course, communicator EBD.
Yeah.
We see the whole way as my James them, the civil society organization them. We see how they team up. We see how they all mobilize and galvanize themselves for make they say that picking they make it get justice. The first day we Mahmoud Tawali appear na court. That's the magistrate court them all be the na Shakastivi Street law court. We see the amount of journalists them we go there, the amount of lawyers them, the amount of civil society organizations. The amount of people them Ibrahim where they make that kind of allegation today because we get a president who believe in democracy, we get a president who believe in the woman them, now president who na two girl picking the almighty like yam, you know what anything they happen to other girl picking they happen to you picking, waiting he do at that time. They decide for leave Mahmoud Tawali from a office, a pull him as deputy minister of education too. He pull up from the office. He said, make you go to the court. When I go to the court now, let the court go no say that so you do or not so you do. We see the Asma James the 98.1 Ibrahim, while we complete every time Mahmoud Tawali go court, Asma James the talking at the radio. Again, all the radio station them, then civil society organization there, if you see them Ibrahim na court. You can imagine. So then same people are they still they not diet. All of them people are they woman organization they form the woman organization and so they all go get at the same flow. Ibrahim, if you see them at court, before you they make up, they don't print polo. They print polo they now they all sign at the place they say because now minister, deputy minister. They all you see them up and down, they all the organization them. You know, Ibrahim, until and unless we get people in this country, we honest, like we communicate and say, then they put the country before every other thing. Then they put the country, we see the kind of humiliation where Mahmoud Tawali go through. Which then organization there, would have the right, would have the talk, then I radio station them, then they go up and down, then they protect the lady, we go pay for them, for go university, now America, we go carry and go America, social organization, don't get social money for help the lady, this and that. Now picking the way, potential leaders there in the society tomorrow, where they will become the loyalty of peers in the future. Where they will become the Sianyamako woman in the future. They will become the Yvonne Akisoya in the future. This now woman them where don't do a lot of things in the country. They will become the fairly glorious cold. Now they picking a day and they continue for abuse. Go ahead, Ibrahim.
Thank you, People's Power. Very salient point. They will become the Diana Konomanis there in our society. You know, so all of these people, good people them. But Kashi, you know that
I want to skip Sylvia Blyden show.
Kashi, yourself. Hey, Kashi left, bro. No, put the can of worms there, bro. No, put the can of worms. But Kashi.
No pray God let you begin the like Sylvia. Now you sabi that black ant, that sugar ant. You sabi that black that sugar ant. Now in Sylvia, he go deal with you Cashbox today. He will talk everything good for you today. He will do everything, tell you to do everything. The day when they go say power don't left Cashbox not there again at the end of Abias. Now Ibrahim, now then at the end of Abias, he will tell you, he tell where they born Ibrahim. In fact, now even the was Ibrahim. He will talk say, now even the was Ibrahim. Now even they take care of Ibrahim. Here Ibrahim, they don't sabi themselves 100 years back. That's why Ibrahim, they lobby. Now lady where they lobby, they think about this. Now these are the politicians then, we're not honest to themselves. These are the politicians. You can imagine silver blinding. They make you a personal assistant to the president, the former president. Personal. What I mean personal? Personal assistant to the former president, where you close to the president past any other individual person. This same lady where Ibrahim keep playing video there sometimes. Now I get a lot of people in. Where if I not send Ibrahim and videos them to them, this and that, they go begin to call me. They say because Ibrahim Nama where they bring reference, they reflect the mind, and salute people them. Lord, we appreciate people who they reference. If we know they bring reference, we forget. We salute people them, we forget. When Sylvia did they explain the good things the way an Escomado do, how an Escomado carry this court, who say pull up, all of them things that they present. Now today, now the Sylvia this. So Sylvia then kind them not pray God let you pick in the like Sylvia. Nobody know wish for that. Ibrahim need 2 girls picking the way I get so. You understand? And then they wish I don't want for them. You know they don't need it even day. Now the balcony itself, now the balcony you know this is very, very serious. It's very, very serious. Only you see we are blind to talk say.
Let's make that question the same.
You know, you go imagine Sylvia and I talk say, he says, Siadamakoma, don't take government money, don't travel past Natoma.
Lord of mercy.
Yes, he said don't travel past Natoma. He don't use government money past Natoma. You go imagine that kind of Monday, you want to pick be that kind of Monday, somebody with that system, which IF them. You go imagine. Come on, Ibrahim.
I saw you ask that question anyway.
You know, Kashi.
Ibrahim.
Kashi.
On a serious note.
Yeah, Kashi. Kashi, you really this. You know, Kashi, you're not daddy. You're not papa. You know what I mean? Eh? When it comes to these lecturers, because Kashi, the angle one will come out, and I know you get your angle, but not forget for putting it as a daddy now to a daughter. When in a few years go college, picture saying as Sierra Leone. What are some of the words where you could tell you girl picking for guide them as young picking, girl picking, say they send you off to college? There are lecturers when they predators them. They are sexual harassers, they are rapists, they did at university, and they send you go there. Talk to me, I said, Daddy Kashi.
Do you don't forget Kashi? Don't forget again. Kashi, don't forget for us the teacher with them putting a opportunity for bribe and how we would have commit them. And that's our emphasize the two sides that we can play so that's about.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Ibrahim, first of all, would I want to send my daughter to that school? I mean, if even it's the best school, Ibrahim, that image there alone for say, you know what, there were predators there. We could go grab Una. Ibrahim, you feel say, I go and send the Pekin and go there. If the Pekin and go school every day, trust me, like where it come, I get for the ask question. It's like you always get for be on the edge. Why would I even send me Pekin and go there in the first place? I would never, Ibrahim. If even it's the best school. Let me tell you, Ibrahim, when in the grade schools them that then comes there, the best, the Harvard, the Oxford, the Cambridge, you know, the MIT and all these universities, not only the learning side, but it is also like the social responsibilities, the ethics of the university that comes to play. So it's not just about saying, go learn 1 + 1. No, because the moments like the likes of Harvard and all that, and they're even bullying, simple bullying. Like that is the kind of like puts their rating way down. That is why those universities do not joke with their names, Ibrahim. Because this is what we always tell people. You know, when we can talk about the reputation of a country, like where it be say, the MPs them wait for help for build with reputation, people in they take them lightly and say, oh, no, come on behind the MPs them. Una come out behind the judiciary, una come out behind the civil society, una come out behind the opposition and all that thing. Because we know what it mean when it comes to like your reputation. Ibrahim, like there are things that the way I can do. I can be like, you know what? this is so bad for my reputation. Forget about not the stupid cash box name, but like my name. I didn't want it, like, waiting people. I concerned about how people and they think about me. I've made few mistakes in my life. Sometimes I'll be like, hey God, why I do this? People do not care about their reputation. People do not just, salon people and we just will say, but bad name na common thing. Even though they know, they say that you always say, respect past Belfool. Ibrahim, how somebody go feel for making Pekin they go university, then their lecturer they clearly get a video of them picking them within the abuse na the university there. Come we go into your question where you say the one them way they go na quantity and they were who that commit crime. For me, it is clear, comrade. Yes, it is crime on both sides. But if I want to be logical now, yeah, the one they were na quantity, let me think about almost in the pay teachers them. We see recently then they pay teachers them 1.5 million. We see at least the cost of living in Salon for a family of 4 for maybe they live just for eat, just for food. It take them like they require 3 million. 3 million. That is not a justification for make anybody kind of like commit crime. Yeah, now I make you need for protest about waiting they go on. But even when the people and they try for protest, the teachers then try them one day, waiting and do, then begin to label them all kind of way. Realistically, Ibrahim, comrade, and people's power, almost in the pay teachers them 1.5 million. So when you leave just for it, shoes not there inside it, clothes not there inside it, necktie not there inside it. You get some teachers that make it really well look decent. 3 million just for it. What do you go say? But you know what? The ACC boss, they want achieve something. You know that we gotta go back, comrade, where you say you get respect now for Augustine Sorin Sengemara, where he talk something where he say, listen the full interview, comrade. He talk and they say, anything like the way that they assess that guy there, anti-corruption, way like Lamran Abadi ask him, say, well, it all win awards and all anything and now he say yes. He say because there were awards there now based on procedures them when they on paper. Not to waiting realistically they happen. We've been saying this over and over. This is the procedures them. We got side teachers in a concentration. So it know too well say, they go give this praise for see and say, no, they do it in work. But Ibrahim, we they call the names and Jishno, Vandy, Kane, Uda again. Momo. What's your name them? We don't you want mention anything there. You really feel say SLPP go and put them under the boss? Under boss? No. They want to protect them. Go back to the president, you talk about Asma James. People's power talk about Asma James. You feel say, hey, they're part of the world there. Presidents and politicians, they frame journalists them like they die. They frame them like they die. We didn't go before journalists them. Even the king, the queen, the current king right now. One time they were, no, not the king, the Papa, Prince Philip. One time they were in Ketchum, where like a journalist go interview him, where they tell the guy, undertone, there was an undertone voice where they say, oh, not this again. In a one day, Prince Philip, the queen man, will die. If you want to for go face the journalist, then catch him and they talk about the guy in an awful way. We own country, not to yanda. Imagine, this is not the disrespect. Then it's just like when we talk about them pastor there. The reason why the president go take pastor in Nigeria because the pastor and the imam in Salon, they don't sell themselves cheap. How you sell yourself, that's what treats they buy you. What's it happen? The journalist, when they interview president, you when Becky Anderson the interviewer. When you want to talk, Becky Anderson they stop on the road. You don't mind tell Becky Anderson say, oh, I wouldn't like to be interrupted. Not so yanda way maybe Kabadi go interview him. When maybe will ask a question. Now tell maybe say, no, I wouldn't like to be interrupted.
Yes.
You when in the interview, when the people want know, you they shut the journalist up. Now you they shut them up. Why not tell Becky Anderson say, no, I wouldn't like to be interrupted. Let me talk. It is. Ibrahim, this is not the point. Salon people, how you sell yourself 2 for penny. Take a all. Congrats meeting. Then jobs mail. Now, so then it's buy you now. Congrats meeting. 2 for penny. We dey knock the bell over the close them, jobs close. Now so we don't make wisdom very cheap. Look the name them, the lecturers they Abraham. How me go send me picking? How it feel like for me you know say this university a full of rapist lecturers them. You know, sex for grade. How you feel say I would feel about that? Waiting how they build with future generation. How do we build them? You know, like what's happen? The first lady no gets because now SLP people. But you see, now look back in the look at this Kamarimba and they look at the guy. I say, hey Papa God. Hey Papa God. Nobody.
Kashi.
Yes,
before you talk about Kamarimba, just keep it up that side.
Please, yeah, okay.
This government don't investigate, don't see the very picking them we involved. The very picking we involved in that sexual harassment, that rape, that everything we didn't go through. Then you see them picking and they not connected to the government, not connected to SLPP, not connected to nothing, absolutely the way they think about, not connected to the power. If them people be connected to the power and the SLPP and they be connected, you know what? Therefore we do something about it. Cashbox, go ahead.
No, you see, I want to say, Brian, you don't see these things that too. I bet you some people and they right now they listen to we. Go now all their university there. This is the culture. This is the culture of that country. They abuse picking them. Instead of they encourage them. You know, before this guy they're supposed for they go and update themselves with current trend in the world. They upgrade their curriculum. Upgrade the subject matters them. How the world they go. Before they think for that, no, they're after scat. They're after them picking a scat. Abuse in universities. And this is all over the universities there, Ibrahim. Now make with the come out, with the get graduates in that country, if they write now for you, you go nearly one for them. You go choke. And they choke you up. Because instead of them groom them, picking them, make them become better, they encourage them, provide facilities for them. No. Because if not be if now this kind of thing, if they want to make money out of it, like look at Satalami, they rape him. It's the culture of the country. The first lady cannot do anything about it. The only way they talk say hands off our girls or women's rights and all that because they want to go drag. This is the only thing. And we don't tell people over and over. The only thing with this government they take serious now where they want to get. Remember, you see the one day when they give them money first of all for hands off our girls. Like some of their organization and they will need for begin to penetrate them and
absolutely.
When they give them people their hands up our guard. But remember when they accuse, when I go check if they don't ever carry and go to court.
Thank
but
you.
when the court go find them guilty. When I go check.
And Kamarimba they on bail. A day on bail.
Yes.
Out to this time, approve the bail.
Absolutely. Ibrahim, these are some of the things that, but when we talk about say, I do not know, we let's try our best. But some of the organizations they are where they say, but again, we get a society where for when you get information, it's like North Korea. You cannot get information from who are you responsible for getting information in that country. Again, you see when we talk, we go round. For 40 years, it's just like matter you. It's like that the situation about the Israelites and the Bible. Mm-hmm. For 40 years, then they parabulate. Then they go round this side. 40 years, then they no more around it like that because they go on one side. Mm-hmm. For 40 years, because when we go because people don't want to we call out the one they were responsible. This is the reason why we therefore they go round in cycle, Ibrahim, round in circle. Because we don't want to call the people them, we they scared for call them, and when we call them, people and they give one bag rest. Because when you talk, when you come back, it end back to the parliamentarian thing.
Kashi, full circle. Like this they go so full circle. You see, everybody gets a responsibility now. If you don't listen to this message, you're not a parent, you're not papa, you're not mama, you're not brother, you're not sister, you're not cousin, you're not auntie, you're not uncle. We get speaking, girl picking, where they attend Miltimagai College or any of university in Sierra Leone. Because if you see they happen at Miltimagai, it means it's happening. Now, I don't wonder what's going to happen at FBC. When them picking, they want to graduate from FBC because what's in the Cashbox come record, I think they call undue influence. Even though I can say this back, Kashi, me girl picking, if me be girl picking, go sleep with lecturer because the lecturer threaten am say I go fail you. That girl picking, instead of thinking say like I can complain to me daddy force, that girl picking go ahead and go sleep with that lecturer, find out that thing there. Gosh, I don't know if I would even though at that point na victim, I don't know if I would accommodate that girl picking. I don't know if I go own him or I go disown himself because it's a disrepute to a family name.
I think that's harsh because think about this.
Gosh,
if it go happen when it be say the picking afraid for even can't tell you back. Ibrahim, they tell you there are situations where trust me.
Because if you say,
no, go on, comment.
No, Cassie, no, I support you. If he talks to, that means the picking.
I think we lost you now.
Yeah, Adia, but comrade in network. Okay. Kashi, you remember first? Oh God.
Take points, but I think this is with me.
No, you network back.
You break up in between. Ibrahim, carry on. Sorry.
Yes. Ibrahim, go ahead.
So Kashi, the first question I ask you, I say as a daddy, you're saying you're picking going to college. What are some of the conversations? And you talk something about, of course, talking to a girl picking for letting say, hey, if you face yourself with a situation like that, make sure so you can tell me immediately, report that to me. Any lecturer we can foolish talk to you. Let him make sure so you can talk to me first. Can't tell me exactly what thing this person say because as your daddy, I need for no say somebody like a that day at your school where they threaten you to the point where they want for rape you. I think she as a daddy, I got that responsibility. That picking owe me that responsibility day. If she feels threatened in school, first of all. So left the victim part, and now they go into the modern woman kind of nonsense about all of that. Say we agree say when a woman has been raped like that, now a victim automatically. But for like a girl picking, if you know forget that sense for reports to parents them as well. When somebody, a lecturer outside they go for go learn for achieve higher education, a lecturer don't be in care sexual harassment.
Let me stop you there. You know why make at a talk? When you get a society wherein, for instance, waiting to go on show, where they did not come on a do, now both case. You not feel say the picking a member, but in future now and begin to say, oh, this if I can't tell me daddy, what if now both
No, Kashi, you don't go far. No, Kashi, you don't go far. I didn't even talk about after the fact. Comrade, hold on. Comrade, hold on 1 second. I didn't talk about say after the fact. I didn't talk about where it still begin. That day, that first day where it even start.
I know, Ibrahim. I know say where it begin, but that's the point right there. If you get to society where it begin, and then you go lash out now at the lecturer, even when it starts before it even begin. The begin career don't do because we get a society.
What make I agree? Like as you want to follow one thing in Nigeria happy. The lady actually go sleep with the lecturer because he won't get evidence. You know, sometimes if you can only complain about lecturer, he will deny the sin alive because you go say evidence study, you no control the sports. Especially this time, I wouldn't get the lecturers. You know, when I said lecturers, they're going to begin which one they particularly if Pekin, so they begin that timely only bound and not that they're going to begin put all kinds of men up. So then picking them, their actions we didn't take, we say I put them for things they not willing. Now we didn't get the police for come report and prosecute to give evidences. So sometimes, because of not able to get proof of evidence, they're kissing alive. May you know that they vibe. So we encourage any picking, when lecturers can go to you, get evidence. Continue to get evidence. It's difficult to find evidence, but you find evidence so that
the point evidence is even with evidence, if there is a society, like for instance, that's why I don't get evidence now. Yes, we talk about people they talk about and all that thing and they. But if the society right now they don't go take them guy they are back. If this case end up, who's that on face the beginning of future life?
Yeah.
It don't damage completely because the society is there where law not exists. Yeah,
right.
Sorry, go on.
And Kashi, I see your point, but you know, and I know say when a girl picking it, you go talk on that, let them understand say, who's one better? You go sleep with man where you not desire for sleep with out of undue influence, or you end up not for attend that particular university day and go find some other alternative for able to attend school and get education. Which one you go live with? For sleep with man? Because you're afraid say if I talk, that's what go happen to me. So this is some of the tough questions where you talk, like what you say again about the society as a whole, because we can forget the collaborative.
What about now? It's not be a post. It don't be a thing that is set, meaning any university now they get elections, they do the students and like a cabal, they get an all universities. Like let's also say you know to have a college. So the bottom line. Let us now continue to expose the lecturers there. Then the government will responsible will review them out of the deputy minister.
Comrade, I want you to listen. Comrade, please listen for a second. You see, because these things, you get foundation, it starts from somewhere. And we for talk now to other people and get for listen to this. We for stop them and prevent them not for even get to that point where they go sleep with a lecturer just because for they get evidence. So because me girl picking up for sleep with any man we not desire for sleep with, we're not talking about boyfriend or man. That is what you are trying for establish now. Yeah. So because then people cannot feel say, oh, na true society can they just know if I talk then go na so you get for hand up I mean and me get for loss. So I didn't know they manage last sleep with them.
Abraham, you 100% right. I agree with you 100%. We tell them to not to normal practice. Like anybody can say, you sleep with me, or grade, you know, for the normal practice.
Thank you.
And when I say something, if you know go school now, no see that because of you not grade for still dynamic in the school. Or I understand say people and they use speaking when they trade for soccer. We all lumber they open when I can't really complete to do. We just speak corner.
Thank you.
We collect for the research we do. In university, the code of information until next lecture they will take action. They do. Any other university who are refusing to do, who are think and come out. We know all are needed for security reasons.
I get the point, Usa Ibrahim, they come out because we're not supposed to be like an acceptable practice in our country. I get that completely. But let me look at and this not a media guy for encourage beginning for do we need for discourage
absolutely.
Like from any stretch of imagination,
absolutely.
Right? But what you are the guy for saying now is this.
No, Kashi, I get your point too. The society is rotten. I get your point. The society is rotten.
Because the parliamentarian way for protect them picking the air, in other words, when they can lay complain, they need to be protected. Imagine even the whistleblower will point out the thing amongst the camarades of lecturers, the whistleblower, when they then accompany them within the lecturer in career don't nearly dead. They don't do them for them. Imagine you want to know when they get the same camarade where there's a lecturer and they all they rub skin. They don't dance in career. If I get it, it shouldn't be a culture. You begin them for kind of like open up. But would the parliamentarians protect them? Would the journalists protect them? The civil society, would they protect them? You see what I'm saying? Not to say like, of course we need for discourage and maybe picking and come out. Because like what we can always they say, until we stand up against it, it will always become a norm. I understand. But like, let me call the people who are responsible, make them picking and be protected. And if they all come out na door, I think it will stop. Because if now 1-2 person, they will kind of like say they will destroy them. But if they all come on and do, they don't get choice, they're not able to destroy them all. So maybe that is another strategy again. But the worry is when they come out, like now, Ibrahim, waiting with the pencil, the lecturers there, this guy, the lecturer first, we talk about, they don't suspend them, they don't even call them back. Think about the fate of them picking the air.
It's not a topic for discussion for you, Kelade, at all. That's it.
Alright?
I say, it's not a topic for you, Kelade, for discussion at Parliament. Imagine that this don't happen for how many weeks too? Will not reach any discussion about that or she will start to talk about that.
Absolutely.
So that's the kilometer and they advertising the money in the names of girl rights. So they are putting and they abuse to they brutally rape them because they brutal rape and they can smoke.
Absolutely. But okay, that's the thing. And I get
that's the way. That's the way, as my James says, LJ begets that issue. The king them. The older woman there, they all begin come.
See, because as my James, because woman, why because woman?
They all they come. Instead picking them, the university.
No, they declare unwanted. Police declare unwanted. Oh, it costs as my James.
You know, but that's the sad reality of the country. When you talk, people will just be say, oh, like, well, you know, just like for pick on all. But this thing will be part of the society. It is wrong today, wrong tomorrow, and it will always be wrong. But who does them protect their picking here? You know, Parliament don't open right now. Comrade, apparently. Like, tell me, with everything where done they happen in the past, I do not know if the guy they are will even mention.
The first below the talk about the very are members of Parliament.
Can you imagine? Few months down the line for election, can you guys not protect the people? Can you guys not use this welfare? How opposition MPs them go back this welfare bill? How?
No, they're telling me there's not bad member of Parliament. They not get money. Get for the fast ruling party. They forget to get full data with them. For what they Parliament, they have to allocate to the non-paradise. So on the number like 30, they don't go medical. You get doctors, they don't sit down, then that was totally when they get accident. Since they need to fly the house. They say a member of parliament and forget. Remember, that's important. What to in the future? You win an MP, with an example to a school, you can tell me to talk about parliament. You win a minister, you can be refilling. Sorry, I can that police affairs. We did it with an example to destroy you people. You can tell me for some minister. You know, every sector must like somebody to the model. You can do not tell people you know, let me listen to school or end up salon.
Come ready.
I do the parliament salon without the normal defeated that they enjoy. If I am done at all for end.
Absolutely.
For end up.
At the end. At the end,
they say, what's in the queen? They talk so because some of we know so come up pull for home. Also, alhamdulillah, so come to the table, thank you to be.
Yeah.
But still, if I may, I know we people go to school, we not get one. And we for people sleep that bed as a bed.
Absolutely.
Because
suffer that suffer.
We done that.
We don't suffer that suffer. You don't on 4 be sleep na bed. How about we all be the sleep na ground?
Cause you all sleep na ground, bruh. Believe me. It's rough. It's rough. But you know, Kashi comrade, people's power. You know, with people at least let we talk last word to with girl picking them. Let them understand. Say, you go to college, a lecturer begin carry foolishness to you. Don't encourage it. Tell them point blank. Say you can't fucking get education. It continues to give you hard time. Reports to your parents. Then immediately, mama and papa. You know, because you're not going to college for go sleep with any man. We know say they are bad girl picking in the way they are amongst now. We they not want to do anything. They just want to go get grades. So they don't mind for do what they want get for do for letting getting grades. And if that's what you do, you not stop them practice there. You know, fine. Now they corrupt. The other good picking they waiting at school. We go for go learn. But you ain't no say you go for go learn. Anybody carries sexual harassment to you, protect yourself. Tell you papa. Tell you mama. Write letters to organizations in the country. Tell them, say, this person they torment me in a university. I didn't at college. I want to learn. Not camp man business. Write them. Get reference. Keep the letter in there. You know.
And that point say, please, the parents and back get responsibility.
Absolutely.
When they picking a good complaint,
yep.
May they handle them properly. Because if they rush for handle the picking and career go destroyed. Because then teacher, because as we say, the structures are not there. May they handle them and take them, kill and may they see the goat.
Mm-hmm. So Kashi, what do you think? If me picking I can report say this lecturer and so thing, it look me the funny way, they talk to me a certain kind of way, it ask me, finally don't ask me, say like go meet an hotel. What you could tell like
instinct. As a parent, natural instinct.
The infrastructures are not there.
No, I know people's power, like what Ibrahim say, but the natural instinct of a dad or for me, it go take for me I kill the teacher. That's the natural instinct.
Right.
But if the infrastructure are not there in the country, like let's consider how this so America, the UK, like you naturally you go tell like you because you know say
you Chris. First of all, you Chris.
You know Chris.
No, Kashi, I disagree. What do you come about in Nigeria? Why do you come about in Nigeria? They say they selectively choose and they win the
That's not the infrastructure. Come on, remember then illegal.
So the
infrastructure not there. Come with the infrastructure.
No, the infrastructure they selectively choose that
when that's a good point from comrade. That's a good point. That's a good point from comrade. Yeah, that's cool. No, people's power.
Is there.
They can't comrade. Let just land. Don't say infrastructure not there. Infrastructure for day for every individual person. Everybody,
so the law, the law should be equitably discharged.
Other people as well.
Yes. No. To say no, the wrong point is there, but they are selectively choosing who to punish and who not to punish.
Yeah.
If they can take them, then we'll put it up with them.
That's true. It is there.
It's there.
No, people's power. People's power.
No.
People's power, we get your point.
Any country
we get the point.
The people and with the law for bed, there is no law.
People's power, we see your point. We see your point. Now, what you do so then they call the devil's advocate. We understand your point, people's power. We understand your point, but
would they call don't make it meaning no come to somebody. Would they call them out because they accuse?
Yeah, absolutely.
They call MPs and because they do that responsibility is there.
Yeah.
They are not doing the job they are telling the people. So they pass that they are.
That's why we see your point.
Refusing to take responsibility.
Yeah, we see your point.
People say, they don't call MPs them out.
The infrastructure they talk about comrade, then they but in inverted comma. It is just there as a facade.
Yeah.
So that's why we are calling them. So that's why we are calling them outcasts.
Selective.
I agree.
Selective
it
justice.
is there. It's just like Parliament exists, isn't it? But Parliament functioning the way they should?
No.
Like judiciary there, but judiciary they function the way it should.
Matter of fact, if I was a member of Parliament,
from outside the infrastructure is there. But what people they say in day, now the fact that is it operating the way it should operate?
If I was a member of Parliament now, Cashbox and People's Power, I'd take a tour. I'd take I'd go na military, my guy, for go put up the investigations, for go do me fact finding now, get all these lectures, get all the information, meet with the victims as well. Thank you. Thank you.
Honorary degree.
You go 25 the account. Or you go 20 the account.
No, 20 account.
I tell you.
So what I think degree, that man will say a useless. I get 500 degree. Would I ask for what I useless and reckless degree I get? And I did something like Oxford. These guys are just guys don't need shame. These guys the other name people call the past job, they call it because the government has a motive. You don't study abroad, you get 500 degree, you have a case of rape. You go to Minister of Education, when that the commodity, you ready to say, hey, Mr. Minister, you don't even you're also know about them as a member of Parliament. Somebody who don't go in United Nations, they know all the laws that will protect girls' child rights. They know go tell Mr. Minister, when I come to you, but what do you account for you for? I didn't talk to the killing MMTC, which are the ones that not to picking them, even picking them, wherever they because they drive video study. You can't learn that road. Then go send the teacher look to set platform. When I left the people vulnerable, whether they look up for the teacher and say they go get another go now, not to answer, not to allow it to
anyway.
Okay,
guys.
It's very terrible.
It's bad. It's bad. I think we'll continue this conversation back tomorrow by God in power. But parents, them, when I listen this message, when I girl picking them, when I protect them, papa, mama, on a responsibility this, when I take action, when I go visit all the organization them, Marcela Samba them, Andrew Tomi them, Andrew Lavali, Ibrahim Tomi them, all the organization them, women's 50-50, all the organization them, when I go meet them, 98.1, hey, wife, when I go to the radio station them, when I say, when I demand, when they ask that them guys, their lecturer be prosecuted through the court of law.
Seriously, this conversation is never ending because you know what? Like even when they talk to the parents, just starting parents the way that SLPP, staunch SLPP, when they say you feel say they want to get the government bad name. That's what they will tell you. Even the beginning, they sacrifice them beginning life. Not forget SLPP bad name.
May God punish them.
Sorry.
May God punish them, my brother. May God punish them, parents, and they go put them picking it through that kind of psychological trauma for the rest of their life. For any woman, any man a woman sleep with. That woman, they don't left that imprint on that woman, they psychologically for the rest of her lifetime. Them picking no deserve her. Them picking no deserve her. And as a nation, that is what we should say. Them picking no deserve her. Those lecturers should be kicked out. They should be prosecuted and locked up. This is not a student issue. This is a lecturer with undue influence over a student. Bye-bye, everybody.